Hi there. It's so good to see you. What shoes are you wearing? Did you choose them specially for me? I can see your cat, and it looks like your hair's grown. It's such a strange time, isn't it? Are you wearing a mask when you go out? You know, I'd really like to be with you, properly. This remote thing gives us so much, but it holds back from commitment. You see, it's all about the camera, and you look so flat. You know, I don't actually feel I'm with you, not properly. That sense of intersubjectivity, interbeing, intimacy, wanting to lose myself in being with you, here, now. So yes, there's your head. Nice scarf, by the way. And your shoulders. But no eye contact. We just don't get there. Or is it different for you? Maybe it's just me. Tell me, I'm reaching out to you now. So this shared space of heads and shoulders, we'll explore Zoom intimacy, or lack of it. There'll be silence and reflection and shoes. Please choose your shoes carefully. Look down now. Such a minor gesture. Such an affect. So, do you remember? Arms around us. Around each other. And the softest of touch. And the big picture was just breathtaking. Though we took it for granted, of course. And when we remembered to take time, we saw all the detail. No technology can give us this. This, the most delicate of sensualities. So this place, extending into this place now, pushing into those places of here comes everybody days, of in-between days, of nothing can touch me days, of won't you come up and see me and make me smile days. You see, I feel too much sometimes. I feel I'm too much sometimes. Too dark, too old, too fixed, too unconfident. My bandwidth is unstable, and the index of academic capital is subject to wow and flutter. And the more I know, the less I understand. There have been times when we've connected, shared our space and our breath even. And this closeness and that most subtle shift of what happens when we let go of wanting control, wanting to understand. That's when connection happens and I feel alive. But all too often, I drift away from intimacy, zooming in and zooming out, trying to find focus. I had it there for a moment. You felt it too, I hope. Didn't you? So come to me in moments of stillness, those light and shaded times, when even though we didn't, we knew we could. And we came to question why, sometimes wordless, but being in the presence of something without reason, we came to understand. Our overstory, understood. And the depth of sky was beyond understanding. And so instead we focused on what was with us, the shape of life, knowing there was more. I relive those glory moments now. The exquisite nature of a life being lived, and how we wonder at it all. But far too often, and again now, we box ourselves in these days by being careful and respectful, respecting each other's space. Here, now. We can't even be live at this conference even. I'm pre-recorded, uploaded, paying for the privilege of lack of spontaneity, lack of intimacy. Thank goodness for my soul shoes. It was always those moments of passing that were the best. Do you remember Leuven? And Valentine's night in Edinburgh? And me getting out of the taxi too soon in Malta? We never did make it to Tromsø, though we made promises. Fleeting visits, the lot of them. But I guess it was always that way. Perhaps that's what made it so special. Those spaces we wandered into, half drunk on something in potential, just out of sight. The glowworms and the will-o'-the-wisps. We mulch down now on our feelings. And we say our day will come. And it will. And when we least expect it. We'll make eye contact again. Your hand on my sleeve. And I'll look back at these photos and wonder. Something will happen in the moment, in the room again. We won't be cluttered by theory and affect. Not all that proto, post-human, post-qualitative malarkey. Just us, as is. And the slightest of touches will be enough. And all the love and fire and waves of knowing will come, elementally, breathtakingly, heart-beatingly. And at the end of all our wonderings and wanderings will be the shoes we wear and how we come together. Far out of sight, beyond the frame, there is contact. Isn't there? Two figures framed. Greyness seeps. Technology demands I take Neo's blue pill and I'm yanked back to this place again and again and again and again and again. I was framed, and so I steel myself again, against, towards the void of intimacy that this virtual world affords us. And all my entangled assemblages, rhizomes, bricolages, they'll all be stripped away, leaving burnt ochre, the rustle of leaves, and wanting for more. These details, taken out of context, are always so blurred. Where are those touches, those glimpses of intimacy? I'm reaching out to you. You do know that, don't you? Thank you for everything.